Arrival and royal greeting. President Donald Trump and First Lady Melania Trump received a lavish welcome at Windsor Castle for his unprecedented second state visit to the United Kingdom. King Charles III and Queen Camilla host the couple in the Windsor Castle courtyard, where a military band played both nations' anthems. The royal standard flew from the tower as soldiers in red tunics and bearskin hats formed Britain's largest honor guard in living memory. Prince William and Catherine, Princess of Wales, greeted the Trumps at the landing site before escorting them to the formal ceremony. The President and King shared the Irish state coach, while Queen Camilla and the First Lady rode in the Scottish state coach. Behind them, the Prince and Princess of Wales followed in the semi-state landau. Along the route, crowds waved Union Jacks, and American flags fastened to lampposts with gold tassels. Pageantry on the grounds. As the carriages crossed the expansive estate, military bands filled the air with the national anthems. Trump chatted easily with King Charles, saluted the troops, and inspected the lines of Grenadier, Coldstream, and Scots Guards. The royal couple and their guests then watched the lowering of the state colors, before stepping inside for a private lunch with family members in the state dining room. Symbolic gifts and historic displays. Inside Windsor Castle, the King and Queen presented the visitors with a hand-bound leather volume, marking the 250th anniversary of the U.S. Declaration of Independence and the Union flag flown above Buckingham Palace on the day of Trump's inauguration. Melania Trump received a silver and enamel bowl and a bespoke Anya Handmarch handbag. In return, the President gave King Charles a replica of a President Eisenhower sword, and Camilla accepted a vintage Tiffany & Co. brooch of gold, diamonds, and rubies. Later, the royal hosts guided the Trumps through a royal collection exhibit, featuring 18th-century watercolors, documents from America's independence, and artifacts of early transatlantic communication. Ceremonies and tributes. Trump and the First Lady traveled in the presidential limousine to St. George's Chapel, where the president placed a wreath at the tomb of Queen Elizabeth II, who had welcomed him during his first state visit in 2019. The evening included the centuries-old Beating Retreat military parade with more than 200 musicians. Although poor weather grounded an F-35 flyover, the Royal Air Force's Red Arrows streaked overhead with red, white, and blue smoke, to the delight of the crowd. The Grand Banquet. As night fell, the focus shifted to St. George's Hall for a glittering state banquet. Tables set with 200-year-old silver, and seasonal flowers from royal gardens lined the vast hall beneath its vaulted ceiling, and centuries of heraldic shields. Guests included senior royals, government leaders, and top U.S. technology executives celebrating a new UK-US tech prosperity deal worth billions. King Charles toasted the enduring friendship between Britain and America, recalling how the two nations had fought side by side in world wars and now stood united in support of Ukraine. President Trump responded with thanks, calling the visit one of the highest honors of my life, and praising the exceptional heritage shared by both countries. Melania Trump dazzled in a custom Carolina Herrera gown of bright yellow silk for the evening, a striking contrast to her daytime charcoal Dior suit and wide-brimmed hat. Security and public reaction. The spectacle unfolded under tight security. More than 1,600 officers, including 500 brought in from other forces, patrolled Windsor and London. Demonstrators projected an image of Trump and Jeffrey Epstein onto a castle tower before police intervened. Up to 5,000 protesters later marched through central London, chanting against the visit. Despite the protests, the mood around Windsor remained festive, with tourists crowding the streets and cheering as the carriages passed. For Britain, the day balanced maximum royal grandeur with minimal political debate, highlighting the centuries-old special relationship between the United States and the United Kingdom. Morning with the Scouts. While President Trump met Prime Minister Keir Starmer at Chequers for high-level talks, First Lady Melania Trump spent the final morning of the visit at Windsor Castle with Queen Camilla and Catherine, Princess of Wales. The Queen first guided the First Lady through the Royal Library and the celebrated Queen Mary's Doll's House, where they laughed over tiny volumes such as The Gruffalo and other specially crafted miniature books. Melania then joined Catherine on the lawn of Frogmore House to host 20 Squirrel Scouts, children aged 4 and 5 earning their Go Wild badges. The princess had prepared a honey sandwich picnic using honey from her Norfolk home, and together the women helped the youngsters make leaf prints and build cardboard shelters for insects before awarding badges and offering warm congratulations. The visit concluded on a warm note, underscoring the close friendship between the United States and the United Kingdom, and celebrating the shared traditions that continue to bind the two nations. That's all for now from Global Pulse Unplugged. Stay sharp, stay informed, and we'll see you next time.